Oh my god, I can't believe this guy said this. This is gonna make me freak out right now. I'm just an enlisted little peasant. I am a minion peasant piece of spin. What am I doing with my life? What is this? I must be an idiot. I'm enlisted. I don't know anything. What am I doing with my life right now? This guy outranks me. What is this? Let's get into it. What is up, guys? You're tuning in to Nikki MGTV for another video. As always, you can hit me up on Instagram, Snapchat, or down in the comments below if you have questions. But as always, let's roll right into the topic of you smashing the like button just all the way down. If this video gets to 500 likes, I'll do a Navy SEAL fitness challenge. That's what I'm going to put on this because I think that would be funny because obviously I'm going to fail. But yeah, I'll challenge you guys 500 likes on this video. I'll do that video, okay? Also, thumbs up. I already said that. Notification bell. Do all that stuff. Thanks, guys. Diving into this, so there was a comment that was left by a soon-to-be officer. They are technically still an officer candidate, so they're not an officer, but I made a video called the 5 hacks with your money, 5 military money life hacks, which I'll link that up there if you want to go watch it. And somebody that is in officer candidate school left a comment on that video, which was funny, and it gave me this video idea of things for junior officers not to say and understand the position, okay? I'll read you the comments. So he writes here, he says, watched you forever, feels weird on graduating OCS, that's officer candidate school, and going to outrank you in 2 weeks. I won't let that get in the way of enjoying your videos. And then below that, how long is OCS? That's 13 weeks. But then Isaiah says that is the most butter bar beep you can say. And yes, that's exactly what I want to go into because it's true, right? And I get it. A lot of you guys understand there's enlisted, there's officer. Under this rank structure, E1 to E9, O1 to O10, technically during war times, right? So yes, there is that rank structure. Respect. Got it. Now, what a lot of people don't understand is there's the positional authority and respect in the formal and informal aspects, right? So even the Master Chief Petty Officer of the Navy is going to have to salute Frank Wilson the day he graduates and becomes an officer. Does that mean that the Master Chief has to listen to what the O1 says? Probably not, because this dude's going to have 1 day of active service versus the probably 25 plus years of service that a Master Chief has. And this dichotomy and friction between these two issues are what a lot of people don't understand when they're coming to the military, because they're like, it's black and white, yes sir, no sir, doing everything else. Respect to that, but some of you guys don't understand that the formalities and traditions of the military are just that. They're traditions and they are rank structure in that way, and they hold their value and their place in context, okay? In context. So, for example, there are a few ways that you can look at rank structure. The way that you guys traditionally know it as someone is this ranked and they're in charge makes sense, but that's not the case because there's also positional authority. So, for example, if Frank Wilson, this guy, I don't know him, if he comes to my work, and yes, he will be an O1, and we give the respect of greeting of sir, ma'am, whatever he identifies as, or whatever it is, we go off of that. But when you're in our workspace, we are the ones that are in charge there. So if you come to medical, Frank Wilson will not, the ensign will not be in charge of HM1, the independent duty corpsman. That's not how that works. So I know for a lot of you guys this is confusing, but that's just the way it is. And this goes with any job, any rank, and that's where professionalism goes across the board. It doesn't matter if you are the E1 or you're the O1. Professionalism is professionalism. The requirements of, like, if you could list the things, what it means to be professional is going to be the same. And understanding how to navigate within that. And the E1 can have positional authority. It's crazy, but they can, and they're in charge of that space. They can correct people to not do that. And you will actually see this even in Marine Corps bases, where you'll see Lance Corporals, new corporals sitting outside of the exchange correcting people as they come in, and it doesn't matter the rank. That's the one thing I will say, that's what I mean by leadership is across the entire organization and is not specific to just one rank. Next, I want to thank Frank Wilson for also watching the videos, because obviously he says this isn't going to get in the way, and that's the right attitude to have about it. And I will say, I also have to agree with Isaiah that is commenting to him and saying, that sounds like an 01 thing to say. So if you are a junior officer coming into the military, you're going to be made fun of a little bit because you're the new guy. Even though you have a bachelor's degree, it has little application to how you function within the application of the military. And that's not a disrespect. It's just like, if you have a bachelor's degree in fine arts and then I have you go work in engineering, that it's not going to match up. That's the only way I can explain it right now. Also, it is going to be the role of someone like myself as a senior enlisted person. Your chief petty officers especially are going to be your people that you're going to listen to. Obviously, people like me, the chief, whoever else that you listen to, we are influencers on your decisions, because all officers are going to be more bottom lining what is happening. So obviously, if we're telling you advice, it's usually to give you a benefit of our knowledge and experience of what officers have done with us before and things that have worked and not worked. So it is behoove you to listen to some of us. I'm not saying that as a power trip. I say that out of true, you can do what you want. We're going to tell you what the instruction says. We might tell you what our experience has been, but you're going to be the ultimate deciding factor, and it's your head that's going to roll if something goes bad. The next thing I want to discuss on this overall thing is, you can't, as a junior officer, I highly advise you looking at it as, oh, I outrank these junior people, because a lot of these people have a lot of experience, and I like to give context to not just the military but outside of it. There are people that join at 30 years old that have had careers even before the military that would come in as enlisted. There are a ton of people that come into the military enlisted that have degrees just like this officer candidate Frank Wilson right here. So I can't bash somebody either way, because we're all in kind of different situations. Maybe that person that is going enlisted did so because they could join the military faster and they had a financial situation where they had to come in sooner. There's a lot of different ways to skin the cat. And I say this because if you look at it that way, of putting your rank in front of everything as far as the way you look at people you work with, whether they are below you, above you, is going to really be hard. And I say this out of a lot of people think the way I lead is very different. I get it, because I try and look at everybody first as a person. And some people really put their rank ahead of them and use that as their shield or their driving force of why they want to get things done. Well, I'm this rank, it should be happening because I'm this rank and it should get done. And realistically, you're going to catch more bees with honey than you do with vinegar. And I'm going to be straight honest with you. The more you can talk on this level, kind of how I do on this camera with you, as an adult human being, expectation that you're going to be professional and understand if I'm the officer and I'm asking something, or the senior enlisted, and you're a junior person, you'd be like, Roger that, I'll do whatever you need, It's just being professional, and that's what it's going to come down to. And I will say that this professionalism thing is something that a lot of people have a difficult time with, and understanding that there are times that are especially needing to be formal, and then there's times where you can really relate to other people that might be junior than you, senior to you, and realize when those times are and when you can maybe have that bonding experience, because we do have this military camaraderie that's required as well. So, I mean, it is one of those things that I want to point out. There is a lot of friction points with this, but obviously there are rules and regulations as well, and formal structures of the black and white of rank. So, I know it's hard to explain in this video without you being in the military to understand the culture. A lot of you guys, none of this will really make sense until you actually come to the military. So this is me trying to explain it without any true context besides me sitting in this room right now. So, but if you guys do have questions, you can always hit me up on Instagram, Snapchat, or down in the comments below. I love you. I'll see you guys next time.